that's me. And today, and over several days, I'm going to be organizing all the costumes for my studio's spring showcase. We order a lot of our costumes, all of our costumes that are not t-shirts, we order them online. We try to keep our prices as low as possible to make dance accessible to everyone. So we get a lot of our costumes from Amazon, discount dancewear, especially in their clearance section, and then we get a lot of our costumes for contemporary and jazz from Shein or Shine, or however people say it. I've heard it pronounced both ways, so don't come at me in the comments. So here I am just unpackaging all of the stuff that we had ordered. We had gone on vacation and I hadn't really realized I had the timing, but we went on vacation. We had someone staying at the house to watch all the animals, and over that time that we were gone, all of these packages arrived with all this costuming. So we came home to just a foyer full of Amazon and discount dancewear and stuff. So yeah, I'm just unboxing them and hanging them up. I have a really random assortment collection of hangers, because we buy hangers at the thrift store in the big packages that they'll just like tape together. So we always have hangers for everybody, because if you give a kid a costume not on a hanger, guarantee at least one of them will leave it wadded up in a ball in their bag and will show up to the performance with it a wrinkled, stinky mess because it has been in their bag with their dance shoes and old tights and socks and whatever. So we try to give everybody hangers to keep things as nice as possible. So those tutus that we ordered, unfortunately, we didn't get to use them at all. They are the weirdest tutus I've ever seen in my entire life. They are impossible to put on. There's no clasp or button or zipper or hook and eyelet or corset tie or anything on them to make them possible to put on. So the only way you could put it on is if it was way too big for you. So that's too bad. And we won't be ordering those again, because then when we realized it, it was too late to return them. So now we had to just eat the cost of these tutus. So yay! Live and learn, right? So I'm basically just hanging everything up right now and putting them in order of class. So all of the Modern One costumes are going to go together. All the adult ballet costumes are going to go together. So then we can more easily transfer them to the studio and have all the students try them on to make sure everything fits and whatever alterations may need to be done. It's a pretty straightforward process. Our studio is still fairly small, so I'm able to, for the most part, handle all of the costume preparation all by myself. Hopefully this is the last year that I can handle it by myself. I'm a super independent person, and very often I could do it myself kind of attitude. But this is one of those things where I would like to not be able to handle it myself, because then that would mean that we're growing immensely, and that's the goal. Decided as I was going I was going to try to organize those hangers a little better, because they were just in a giant garbage bag, which made them really hard to get out. So I just started hanging them up on my little rack there. And then at the end, when I was finished, the leftover hangers, it was very easy for me to just put them in a box all organized, which on the next step of the process made it much easier to get hangers out and use them rather than them being all tangled up. So here's everything that came in the mail while we were on vacation. Here's all the packaging, the leftover hangers. There's those pillows I made. Oh, and there's Excalibur wanting to come in. That's me again. And this day I am unpackaging all the t-shirts that we ordered. Our tumbling and hip hop classes and leaps and turns all get a FLI-City t-shirt. Each class gets a different color or a different logo. We try to keep them unique. This is another way that we get to keep our costs down. And people tend to really like the shirts a lot, and every year we're asked for extras and more because people want them. So we'll probably start ordering more and selling them because there's a demand for it, so why not? We get our t-shirts from Flint City Tees here in Flint, and they do an awesome job. They're super easy to work with, they're very professional, they do a great job, and I highly recommend. We've been going to them for a few years now. And they just have cool stuff, so like check their shop out downtown. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, they're great. And I love supporting other local small businesses. So here I am going through each class's t-shirt and labeling the shirts with the students' initials. Somehow in my head I had almost all of the shirts memorized and the shirt sizes. I don't know how my brain was able to hold that information, but it did. So that's me just going through, putting initials on every single class t-shirt of each student. Oh, I guess I had forgotten one person, so I had to look it up. Oh, two. Geez, see, I got cocky, so. Hello, that's me again. So now we've had the students try on their costumes, and a few of them need alterations. And so now I'm going to be altering some of the costumes. I'm also hanging up all of the t-shirts and putting them in order, so grouping all of one student's costumes and t-shirts all together. So when we can hand them out, they have all of their stuff already together and organized. Again, as we grow, this process will likely change and will just be done by class, so each teacher will hand out the specific class's costume or t-shirt, but for right now, it works that I can put all of one student's stuff all together and hand the whole chunk of costumes to their parent or to them if they are responsible enough to handle it themselves. So now we're starting. Oh no, I changed the hangers out. Never mind. I got this package of nice hangers for the jazz costumes because we had the pants and the shirts and the suspenders and everything, so they worked out really well, and I got them a bundle of 20 at Goodwill for $2. So now we're starting the alterations. So here, my bobbin threader, or bobbin winder on my sewing machine is not working, so I had to wind my bobbins by hand, which was super annoying. I don't know what happened to it. It just quit working all of a sudden. Like, it's still spinning. Everything is lined up right and it's spinning it, but it's not winding the thread around it. So I gotta take it in and get it fixed. But I was very agitated about that. So I was trying to do this quickly. So these pants are for Jazz, and I'm just shortening them a little bit. Done. Hanging up with the shirt and the suspenders. Moving on. Again, pants for jazz. Thankfully, I already had a pink bobbin wound, so I didn't have to hand wind a bobbin for these ones. Here I lost my measuring tape. I have no idea where it went, and so I went and grabbed a ruler. I didn't find that measuring tape for like quite a while. I don't know what happened. It was like under my sewing machine or something. I was really annoyed. Like I literally just had it. I felt like I was going crazy. I think it's funny watching these videos and I'm recognizing how much when I'm concentrating on something, I tuck my lips into my mouth and just hold that face. I grew up doing figure skating, and now I'm really seeing what my coach meant by when she used to tell me to relax my face. Oh, Excalibur! Hey, bud. My skating coach used to always tell me to relax my face while I was doing my competition programs, and I was like, I feel like I am, but I'm pretty sure that's the face I was probably making the whole time. Winding the bobbin. So this skirt is for the modern dance ensemble. The waists were just a little big. Some of these costumes I went up a size when ordering because I knew that the fabric wasn't stretchy. It wasn't, a traditional dance costume. These are the ones from Shein. And so I wanted to go up a size to make sure that there was plenty of room to be able to move and dance comfortably. But then the waists ended up being just a little bit too big to where they were like sitting in an odd place on the dancers, so we decided to just take the waistbands in a little bit. And this ballet skirt here, I'm actually kind of combining two different skirts into one. This fabric was very slippery, and it kept sliding off and trying to fall into the floor because it was so slippery. It was just whoosh, right off the table. But I think it came together pretty well, and it looked lovely on the dancers. Again, jazz pants, or pants for jazz, if you will. I will, so I hope you will too. This one, the length was great, but the waist was just a little bit too big. When she tried them on, I said, uh, in the cartoons when something happens and cartoon characters end up like naked and they're in a barrel with a pair of suspenders on, like that's kind of how these pants were. She's just like she's standing in a barrel, and she had her suspenders connected, so it was very reminiscent of the cartoons from back in the day when that would happen. So we decided to take the waist in a little bit and give it a better fit. Another modern dance ensemble skirt. Now you're probably saying, hey Allison, wouldn't it have made more sense to, alter all the modern dance ensemble stuff back to back so you wouldn't have to keep changing out your thread? You know what? You're probably right. But in my head, what I was doing was going student by student. And, hindsight, it would have made sense to go class by class because then I wouldn't have had to keep changing my thread. I mean, it didn't matter for jazz because jazz, everyone had different color pants, so. But for modern dance ensemble and for ballet, yeah, it would have made sense. So, again, you'll live and you'll learn. So next year we'll have an easier, more efficient process. Hey, look, more altering of pants for jazz. Using that ruler because I still can't find my tape measure, or measuring tape, excuse me. Apparently I'm having an intense conversation at the same time, too. One adult ballet costume that needed to be altered. Just had to take the waist in a bit on this. It was pretty simple. Again, these tops were from Shein, and then the dancers just wore their own black leggings. Another modern dance ensemble skirt that needs to be altered. This was at the point while I was doing these where I was thinking, yeah, I should have done all these in one go so I wouldn't have had to keep changing. Hopefully they're good. Nope, have to fix some things. So every one of those modern dance ensemble skirts that I altered, I read my notes incorrectly. If I wrote 1 inch, I had it in my head that it meant I needed to take the skirts in by 1 inch on each side and not 1 inch total. So every one of them I altered, and I made them all too small for the dancers. So initially they were too big, and then I changed them and made them all too small for everybody. So I was agitated with myself because then I had to go through and rip out all the seams and re-sew them. This skirt that I altered was fine. I just needed her to finish, to try it on before I did the finishing on the edges. So this is just finishing touches on that. Again, the silkiest, smoothest of fabrics that was falling, slip and sliding all over the place. That red skirt in the back I also altered and had to take apart panels and stuff, and I forgot to film it. So just imagine me being an amazing sewing wizard on that red skirt as well. Jared. So here's some of the finished products. Here's our jazz dancers. ballet, modern dance ensemble. And here's all of our dancers at the end of our showcase. FLI-City Studios, movement, culture, community, style. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe and like and leave a comment. Bye!